sometimes you go through a difficult time because you need to. And I need to. None of us were born with a halo. If it was a cracked halo. And so difficulty is necessary for you to learn. If you never change your children's diapers, they'll get used to the funk. They'll get used to the smell and think this is how I smell every now and again. You change it and they get used to being changed. They realize I don't want this on me. All right. You ever had people, you know, you married to somebody with stink feet, stink breath, stink underarms? All right. You don't tell them, they're going to stay stink. Because nobody smells their own stink. All right. Now I'm leaving. I thought this was a good message on Thanksgiving. It's a hygiene message. Psalm 119 verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. What I want to look at here is, he said, it is what? Good for me. Whatever something is good for you, there's a sense of gratitude. See, if it's good for you, there's a gratitude, there's a sense of thanksgiving. So he's actually saying, I was thankful that I was afflicted. Because I learned how to keep your statutes. We're in a society, we're a group of ingrates that when something goes bad, we suck our teeth, we OMGs, we get angry, we curse at somebody, we blame everybody, instead of looking at the fact that it was good for me that I went through this. Let me give God thanks for this so that I can find out how he wants me to proceed. Because the moment you complain is the moment God lifts. Spiritual principles, if you complain, you separate from God. The moment you complain, God says, I'm going to leave before I have to destroy you. The children of Israel, God told them, if I go with you, I'm going to end up killing you. Because they murmured and complained. He said, I'm just going to send an angel, but you better beware of him. Come on, help me. 3 of y'all. If you are complaining about things in your life, God is not going to fix that. Because he's not listening, because all he can hear is your complaint. If God has to deal with your complaint, he's going to deal with the complainer. But even when God came to deliver the children of Israel out of Egyptian bondage, he came, he said, I heard their groanings. They were crying because of their taskmaster. He said, I heard their groanings. He knew what kind of people it was. He knew he was going to still have to deal with them. But he made a promise to Abraham and Isaac and Jacob that he would bring them out. So God is going to bring you out, but how is he going to bring you out? And how fast is he going to bring you out? This may seem like a carnal analogy. How many people are thankful for you? Most Christians don't have friends past 5. Because you're not thankful for anybody past those 5 people. You start being thankful for a multitude of people, then a multitude of people will befriend you. Think about it. Thank God for Brother Louis. I thank God for Brother Louis. I thank God for Brother Louis. Guess what? All those people that thank God for Brother Louis, they'll be Brother Louis' friends. When people that never said thank God for Deacon Cleo, he'll never call you. Because you'll never pop up in his mind. Thanksgiving is a seed. It's a seed of gratitude sown. So when you thank God, you sow a seed in God, and God says, I'll give you that reward. Amen. Think about it. How many people don't lift your hands, wave your hands, don't even blink real hard? How many realize people don't thank God for you? They don't call you. They don't even concern about you. They don't even think you exist. You're so far from people, you don't even think there's even love in this church. Because nobody thanks God for you. And you don't thank God for them either. So if I had a sword, touche. You're reaping what you're sowing. Nobody's saying I thank God for Eugene. They'd be like, who's Eugene? All I'm trying to do is say a truth. God wants to multiply goodness unto us, but it's only going to come through thanksgiving. I can't make it. Well, you're not. Thank God I'm having a hard time. Well, you got to be like, hey, you're on your way out then. Thank God my poverty is over. Whoa. Thank God this sickness ain't going to take. Whoa. God be like, whoa, you're alive. Instead of going, I'm going to die from this headache. I'm sick of being tired. Guess what? You're going to be sick of being tired. Because you're going to have what you say. If you thank God for it, he will multiply goodness unto you. Here's my next to last one. Then we'll get into something interesting. Well, let's just get into something interesting. I'm done. Anybody heard of Daniel? You know, Daniel was a prophet. Well, you know, they call him, I don't know if Daniel was a prophet. Daniel was a little slave. You know, when you think about it, you know, how many men here, you know, and I want to say this, you know, because a lot of, you know, wake your sons up, they need to hear this. A lot of boys don't realize that they have the parts in their body that dictate their destiny. And so Daniel didn't have one. You know, he didn't have those parts. A lot of people want to pray like Daniel, pray like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. If you didn't have your male part dictating what you really want, you can devote all your time to God. Daniel was a eunuch. That's why he was highly successful in the things of God. He didn't think about his wife or woman. He wasn't sitting down wondering, you know, what was those women doing. He wasn't thinking of that. He was a eunuch. Come on now. Amen. So a lot of times we compare ourselves to characters in the Bible that didn't have the same issues you had. Especially men. You know, you ever wonder why men seem so out of it? They got things going on. Yeah, I need to come to my men's conference. I'm going to do a men's conference. You know, because some of you women need to understand how a man take. A man's not a woman. A man got certain things on his mind. He don't want to talk. He want to talk after he won something. That's just how they wired. So Daniel wasn't a normal man. Daniel was a eunuch. He had no desire for a woman, so he didn't have things going in his mind. That's why he was clear. Come on. All right, let me bail some of you women out. You women ain't thinking about women? See, you don't know what it's like to think about a woman. No. I'm going to talk with Missionary Savvy because, you know, they want to help me. Thinking about a woman will drive anybody crazy. All right, how about you women that spend a lot of time on the phone? Why? Because you want to know what your friends is doing. You want to know what I'm doing? If a man thought like that, he would die. It's true. You know, I'm not trying to advocate quietness in men. I'm not trying to say that, but a lot of times men, they got things on their mind, and it's their body. You know? All right. Like the NBA season is not going on. I hope the NFL season fall. In the NBA, I hope all sports fail. I don't care. They don't make I ain't making a dime off of them boys. And then you got a whole bunch of fat cats staring at them, spending $80 a game, and they don't send no money to church, and they just get fat and can't play. They could be all sports can die as far as I'm concerned. No angels shooting hoops in heaven. And them scrubs going to get mad because they going on strike. You a scrub. You ain't even getting paid. They need to thank God they're going to have a chance to go to church on them Sundays. Or get out and play with their kids. Instead of flat screening. I gotta go. My message went out the window. I mean, how many wives you got husbands that watch sports? What's the sense in watching sports when you're married? Chase your wife around. Take her to the store. Do something godly. Instead of watching sports, like, it's my time. Ain't your time, you ain't playing. My time, me time. No, me time, that's TV time. You're going to watch the commercials, then you're going to say, I need one of those. What's that anyhow? Give thanks that you got a wife and children. And sports ain't coming on so you can spend time with your family. None of those guys would ever call you. Don't you get it? They will not call you. And you're almost thankful to them. You see them play, oh man, that's my man. He ain't your man. You don't know him. You're giving thanks and you're giving praise to a television actor that will walk by. You go, yo, what's up? Yo. Back up. Then their bodyguards will slam you to the floor. You know, you my hero. They'll be like, especially if you save, you better keep your loyalty to God. I know some guys, they know stats. They know sports stats, but don't know a verse. Tell me how much Studeberry scored. Oh, man, in game 45, he scored 40 points. All right, tell me what Jesus did in Mark 11:12. That's my wife. It was on Sunday. I was watching it. Come on. We have to start giving thanks. Thank God if the NBA season don't go on. More men will be able to live. Sports is killing America. All right. Sports and pornography, two of men's favorite friends. The woman he don't have to pay. I gotta go. I'm not supposed to be talking about this stuff. I gotta go. No, because y'all playing with me. Now, Daniel, let's go back. Anybody understand that men are motivated by things moving in their bodies? They have yet to grow up to realize that God watches the heart. Everybody washes their car on Sunday. Why? So you can worship it in front of God. And you got to do it outside. Look at me, God. They're all in church, but I'm washing my car. What you want? Give thanks. Wash my car. Come on. Or Saturday. Sabbath day. What? I got no time. I got to wash my car. Listen to me, men are in bad shape. They wash their car but won't wash their face. They wash their car but won't pull their pants up. And you in love with them. You bad off. Come on, it's true. You were created to love that type of a person. Gotta get a roughneck. No, gotta get a job. I don't know what I'm saying. I am going to finish my message. It's true. You can't listen. I don't care what kind of woman you are. You can't defend yourself against a man. You were created for that. Unless you're going to spend all your day in church, you're going to see a man. And then your little body part's going to be like, yes, hombre. I lost my place. But I got to finish today. Daniel. Go to Daniel chapter 2. Now, how many here realize that our nation, our lives as individuals are in trouble? God can get us out of trouble. You just have to be thankful and tell the right people your trouble. But don't tell them with the purpose of them looking at you like, man, that's messed up. You have to get to a place where you begin to tell people, if I go down, you're going down too. Any parents here? You don't want to put that pressure on your children, but sometimes you got to let them know, if I don't get a job, you ain't going to eat. So it would behoove you to be nice to me. I'll put you in a foster home. You know, or you start praying for me. You need to start thanking God that I can get a job and we can get up out of this mess. Instead of parents just taking all the pressure on themselves, because that's what a good parent does. No, tell little homie, your homie, I can't find a job and you messing with me. You ain't been thanking God for me. You ain't been praying for me. You and me in this together. But I'm old. I'm old enough. You still young enough to go to foster care. I bet you they'll start thanking God. Thank God for mommy. Thank God for daddy. And Lord, thank God for mommy's new job. I don't want to go to foster care. It may be funny, but that's what Daniel did. Daniel went to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and he said, listen. The king gave me a dream, man, and guess what? He's going to kill me. He's going to kill all y'all too. So y'all need to go pray about this. All right. I'm teaching, but nobody's hearing me. You need to tell people, listen, that your boss, your job tell you, you know what they tell you? We're going to be laying off people. What the first thing you do? I'm going to go pray about it. Come on, you hear me? We need to be a thankful people. I thank God for my husband. I thank God for my wife. I thank God for my children. I thank God for my sister. I thank God for my brother. What are you going through? I need to thank God for you. I need to make sure that God finds gratitude in our family so that he can multiply us and not keep us small.
Yes. Amen.
You better go work 5 jobs. You better thank God for the 4 I work.
Amen. That's right.
You heard me, right? You better go put in more hours. You better thank God for the hours I do put in. Right. We're so in a hurry to command and tell people what they should do instead of commend them and thank them for what they already are doing.
That's right.
That's very true. Amen. I tell you, you're going to have a good Thanksgiving this year. I'm coming to your house and check. Amen. Big old turkey, nobody talking to each other. Thank you. Get on my nerve. Daniel chapter 2. That's why I don't like notes, because they disappear. I can't see. But I needed notes today because, you know, for the magnitude of the topic of Thanksgiving, I didn't want to miss something. Daniel chapter 2, verse 17. Ready? Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, that was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, his companions, that they would desire mercies of the God of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then was this secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his, and he changeth the times and the season. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge to them that know understanding. He revealeth deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. I thank thee and praise thee, O thou God of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made known unto me now what we desired of thee. For thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. A simple thank you would have been suffice. But what happens when you decide to be thankful, God will increase words. Many people can't pray because they will not start out with thanksgiving. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving. If you don't enter his gates with thanksgiving, you'll never be allowed into his courts with praise. That's why people can't pray. Why can't you pray? You're not thankful. Well, I have trouble praying. Well, you have problems saying thank you. Bet you I thank you that I can put on pants. I thank you that I can put on shoes. I thank you that I can brush my own teeth. I think I can comb my hair. Just start being thankful, and then God will open up your mouth to begin to give him praise.